let's talk about eating healthy while on a budget. Yeah. Okay, so first thing I would suggest is making an investment, which, depending on your situation, it might be like 20 to 100 some dollars, which may sound like a lot, but in the long run, it'll save you money. Okay, so what is the investment? Okay, first part of the investment you may or may not have to do, because it would be a membership to Costco or Sam's Club or one of these wholesale places, right? Which costs $50 yearly. I know for Costco it does, but you may not even need that in the first place because you can buy wholesale online. But the deal with buying wholesale online is that you also have to factor in shipping. So the shipping might end up being more expensive in the long run than the $50 membership. Alright, so you have to consider that. The second investment, you kind of need to fully take advantage of the first investment. It would be a dehydrator. Because, you're going to be buying bulk items, like a lot of food. You're going to need a way to preserve it. So, fresh foods, you're going to have to dry them out so you can hold on to them. You could probably find a dehydrator I found a new one for $30, so I have no doubt in my mind that you could probably find a used one for like $15-20. But if you can't make both of those investments right now, then I've got some other stuff. Okay, so the first healthy foods I'm going to talk about, they aren't necessarily cheap unless you buy them wholesale, but they're worth it, I think. Okay, the first one is kale, and kale is the only food with a perfect score on the nutrition density chart or something. So it's really nutrient dense. And then the second one would be quinoa, which if you buy it in bulk, it'd be $1.60 per pound for 10 pounds of quinoa, which is a lot of quinoa, but that would be fairly cheap, But quinoa is a complete protein, which means it has all essential amino acids in it. Alright, some other healthy foods that are cheaper include tofu, pumpkin seeds, cottage cheese, which cottage cheese has a protein in it that is slow digesting, so I usually like to consume it at night, maybe an hour or so before I go to bed, just because it's slow digesting and, Okay, some other foods, got popcorn kernels, which, if you don't put butter on that, it's actually pretty healthy. Watermelon, garlic, canned fish, which, sardines especially, I think they have more omega-3s than salmon does. Salmon? Yeah. Soup, which chicken soup's pretty healthy, you just gotta watch out for the sodium. Beets, they're $1 per pound, that's pretty good. Sweet potatoes, you eat them raw, fill you up, good deal, man. Brown rice, dry beans are cheap, which beans in general are kind of cheap, but they're especially they're cheaper if you buy them dried. Frozen chicken, like a bag of frozen chicken. And the deal with frozen chicken is that it may have you'll read the bag and it'll say 15% broth, which means it's just water and salt and maybe preservatives. So maybe your $3 per pound bag of chicken is actually $3.45 per pound of actual chicken if you deduct the 15% broth. And also frozen vegetables and frozen fruits, which you can use in smoothies. and also peanuts are, they're pretty high in protein. But, peanut butter will have like high sugar content. So, you have to watch out for that. And you should probably get crunchy, all natural, made with honey or something like that. That'd be a healthier option. And the deal with peanuts, it's like half a cup of peanuts gives you 6.2 grams of saturated fat. And then the daily value of saturated fat is 20 grams. So, try to stick to an ounce, 2 ounces of peanuts. And even still, if you can't quite afford those items yet, or they're not to your liking, or, they take too long to cook, then, you can still eat, the cheaper options, like Chef Boyardee type stuff that's, really quick and cheap. But I'd say if you're gonna eat those, eat them after a workout, because after a workout you need high glycemic index foods, which are foods that have very simple carbohydrates, like sugars. And lastly, get rid of your gym membership, because you don't need to be shelling out $50 a month to go to some place to work out, because there's plenty of places you can work out for free and ultimately get a better workout. Like you can go to the park, you can work out at home, you can work out essentially anywhere. You can even work out incrementally, like at your workplace.